New Google JUULs update is insane. Google just dropped something absolutely insane. JUULs can now code without any GitHub repo at all. You can build anything from scratch in seconds. This changes everything for developers and AI builders. Let me show you why this is bigger than you think. So here's what happened. On November 20th, 2025, Google released an update to JUULs called Repless. And honestly, this might be the biggest update to AI coding we've seen this year. Before this update, you had to connect Jules to a GitHub repository every single time, no exceptions. But now you can start coding from absolute zero, no setup, no repo, no connection needed, just pure AI powered coding in a sandbox. Let me explain why this matters. Jules is Google's AI coding agent. It's powered by Gemini 2.5 Pro. This thing has been out of beta since August 2025, and during beta alone, it created over 140,000 public code improvements. That's insane. But the problem was always the same. You needed a GitHub repo to get started. That meant if you wanted to build a quick prototype or test an idea, you had to go through this whole setup process, create a repo, link it, configure it. It was friction, pure friction. And friction kills creativity, friction kills speed, friction kills momentum. When you have an idea, you want to build it right now, not in 20 minutes after setting up a repo, not tomorrow after you've organized your GitHub. Right now, that's what Repless fixes. You click one button, you start coding, that's it. No GitHub account needed, no repo setup, no configuration, just start building. And here's where it gets even better. You can upload your own context during the session, code snippets, files, photos, screenshots, images up to 5 megabytes, JPEG, PNG, whatever you need. Think about what this means. You're a designer and you have a mockup. You take a screenshot, you upload it to Jules, you say, build this, and Jules starts coding it right there in real time, no repo needed. Or you're a developer with a code snippet from another project, you upload it, you tell Jules to expand on it, and it does instantly. This is what I call zero friction AI coding, and it's exactly what we needed. Because the best ideas don't come when you're sitting at your desk with everything perfectly organized. They come when you're on the go. Yeah, when you're in a meeting, when you're solving a problem and you need a quick script, when you're experimenting and you just want to see if something works. Before Repless, you couldn't do that. With Jules, now you can. And when your task is done, you can download everything, all your files, all your outputs, everything Jules created, one click, done. You've got it locally. You can use it however you want. Go check it out. Now back to Jules. Now let me walk you through exactly how this works. When you open Jules, you see the repo selector. There's a little X button next to it now. You click that X, boom, you're in Repless mode. Now you can start uploading your context. Code files, images, whatever you need. You describe what you want Jules to build, and it starts working. Planning, coding, testing, iterating, all asynchronously. That word matters, asynchronously. Jules doesn't require you to sit there and watch it work. You give it a task, it goes off and does it. You can come back later and see the results. It's like having a developer working in the background while you focus on other things. And because it's powered by Gemini 2.5 Pro, the code quality is really good. This isn't some toy that generates broken scripts. This is production level code. But here's where it gets interesting for real world use cases. Let's say you want to build a quick prototype. Maybe you're pitching a client and you need a proof of concept. You don't have time to set up a full dev environment. You don't have time to create repos and configure everything. You just need something working fast. You open Jules, upload a screenshot of what you want, describe it in plain English, and Jules builds it in minutes, not hours, minutes. Or let's say you need a custom tool for your business, something specific that no existing software does quite right. You don't want to hire a developer for a 2-hour job. You don't want to spend days learning to code it yourself. You open Jules, describe the tool, upload any files or examples you have, and Jules builds it. Then you download it and use it. Done. This is the power of Repless. It removes every barrier between having an idea and having working code. And that's revolutionary because ideas are worthless until they're executed. And execution requires speed. The faster you can go from idea to working prototype, the faster you can validate whether that idea is any good, the faster you can iterate, the faster you can win. Now you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but what about limitations? What about pricing? Let me break that down. Jules has 3 tiers. There's a free tier. This gives you intro access. You can try it out, build some things, see how it works. Then there's Google AI Pro. This gives you higher limits, more tasks, more compute, more everything. And then there's Ultra. This is for intensive workflows. If you're building serious applications or running tons of sessions, this is the tier you want. The exact limits depend on your plan, but the point is that even the free tier lets you do real work. This isn't a demo, this isn't a toy. You can actually build useful things on the free plan. And if you need more, the paid plans are there, but you don't have to start paid. You can test everything first. Let's talk about what makes this different from other AI coding tools, because there are a lot of them out there. You've got Cursor, you've got GitHub Copilot, you've got Repless Agent, you've got Claude. With code execution, all of these are good, but Jules has something different. It's asynchronous, that's the key word. Most AI coding tools require you to be there. You type, the AI responds, you type again, it responds back and forth real time. Jules doesn't work like that. You give it a task, you walk away, it does the work, it plans, it codes, it tests, it debugs, it iterates, all without you. Then you come back and see the results. This is huge for complex tasks, because complex tasks take time, and you don't want to sit there waiting while the AI thinks. You want to give it the task and move on to something else. And with Repless, you can do this without any setup. That's the magic combination. Asynchronous AI coding plus zero setup. It's like having a developer on call 24/7 who never needs instructions repeated and never needs their environment configured. You just tell them what to build and they build it. Now, let me give you some specific use cases where this shines. First, rapid prototyping. You're testing a business idea. You need a landing page, a calculator, a simple tool, whatever. You describe it. Upload a mockup if you have one. Jules builds it. You test it with real users. You validate the idea. If it works, great. If it doesn't, you didn't waste days building it. Second, custom automation scripts. You have a repetitive task in your business. Maybe you're processing data. Maybe you're formatting reports. Maybe you're scraping information. You describe the script you need. Jules writes it. You download it. You run it. Now that task is automated forever. Third, learning and experimentation. You want to understand how something works. Maybe it's an API, maybe it's a coding concept, maybe it's a framework. You ask Jules to build an example. It does. You can see the code, you can see how it works, you can modify it, you can learn from it. This is one of the best ways to learn coding, by seeing working examples that you can actually play with. Fourth, quick fixes and modifications. You have some existing code. Maybe it's from another project, maybe it's from a tutorial, maybe it's from Stack Overflow, but it doesn't quite do what you need. You upload it to Jules, you explain what you want changed, Jules modifies it, you download the new version, problem solved. These are all real-world use cases that I see people struggling with every day. And Repless makes all of them easier, faster, more accessible. You don't need to be a developer, you don't need to understand Git, you don't need to know how to set up a development environment. You just need an idea and the ability to describe it. And here's something most people miss. This isn't just about coding, it's about speed to market. In business, speed wins. The company that can build and test ideas faster beats the company that builds more carefully but slower. Because you can't know what works until you test it, and you can't test it until you build it. So the faster you can build, the faster you can test, the faster you learn, the faster you win. That's why tools like Jules matter so much. They compress the time from idea to execution, and in a world where everyone has access to the same AI tools, the differentiator is how fast you can move, how fast you can iterate, how fast you can adapt. Speed is the new competitive advantage, and Jules with Repless gives you speed. We know what works, and we can help you rank higher and get more traffic. The link is in the description. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Julian Goldie reads every single comment, so drop your thoughts below. What do you think about Repless? Are you going to try Jules? What are you going to build with it?